those particular sounds, the frequencies and time, and particular this frequency and this length of time followed by this, how our brains even understand anything at all is amazing to me. But you know, you keep going the way you are, you know, it's not a good path, right? So I don't want to see that ability slip. When it comes to your hearing, reprogram the hearing aid, that sort of thing. But what's most frustrating for me is, you know, coming in. Now, if I didn't, you know, talk to you about this, of course, you know, that'd be my fault, right? But, you know, coming back in and we test you, say, next year or whatever, and it drops from where you're at, I can't fix that. First level, you can do another 30 seconds as long as you let it cool down completely, because you don't want to melt it. So, anyway, yeah, you can keep them in the jar, you know, out of sight, out of mind, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, for most things, you know, if we do it for a month, then it starts to become a habit. Good?
I put them in, and I'll be going to bed at all. I could take my hearing.
Yeah. Well, that's good. All right, so let's shoot for that.
Try that.
All right, next time hopefully we'll see a better average for you. The good thing is that resets for today, so that's okay. So let's see here. I'll just make some notes. Grab you some batteries up front. And here we go. Good. All right. Okay. You're up that programmer.
Oh.
And
I don't want to walk out with that.
well, wouldn't get you much good. Of course, I'd probably be running after you
Yeah.
once I figured it out. Wait! Out in the parking lot.
Yeah.
All right. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you at the window, okay? That's right.
Well, somebody's got a truck out there. Yeah, okay. But I can't buy a truck and I get her one. I gotta replace hers, so.
Hey, you gotta take care of the lady.
I know. Meet her at the window. She'll set you up for that, okay? Give me a call. Okay, Ron. Come back. I told this guy you're here, especially Ron. Oh, really? Appreciate that. How you doing? How you doing? We'll be with you this shortly. This is the first time. Oh, really? Okay. Come on back here. Oh, there.
Great holiday, okay? Gary, that made things worse. That made things worse than John.
Well, I totally fucking primed him last time. I was like,
Yeah, well, he didn't-
I hear him.
he didn't-
I know. I'm hearing him demo. I'm like, shit.
But he didn't mind. He didn't mind. He was just like, you know what it is. I don't know right now. I know. I know. Like, I thought you were I say you're not. You're not saying you're not. Oh my God. I'm not saying she didn't personally, not doing that at all. But she didn't happy when I asked about charge. I told her, she said, there's no charge. I'm like, there's not, but we do check the benefit. So she tells me she has the card in her hand and says, I know how much is available. Back in her wallet. I'm like, cool that. What's the point about it?
Yeah, right.
So, anyways, it was not very nice. It was not a very nice move. It was very convenient.
Yeah, right.
So she said she will read it, so it's all right. Let me get the card. Okay?
Hold on.
Good, and yourself?
Doing well, thanks. My name's Aaron.
I'm
McElhaney.
Debbie.
Nice to meet you, Debbie.
All right.
Welcome. What brings you in today? What can I do for you?
I don't like these hearing aids. They whisper when I'm in the elevator, they echo. If she's in the car, I can hear them echo.
Okay.
And she doesn't seem to be hearing very well out of them anymore.
Okay. How long have you had
Do you
this?
feel that way, Mom? 2010.
Okay. About 5 years then. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Good. All right. Let's start. None the worse for wear. Sounds like they're working.
Is there a trade-in program?
Well, a trade-in is just a discount because, of course, you know, there's not much market on a used hearing aid. But yeah, we'll send it out for it. Yeah. All right. So those are on, right? You hear me? Yeah? Good. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, you can hear that, right? That scratching sound?
Yeah.
Good. Of course, I can hear that too.
That's what she doesn't like, that you can hear that she has hearing aids on.
Right. Yeah, that seems interesting. I don't know. Of course, I don't know what your hearing, you know, loss is like. But anyway, I'll be anxious to find out. Let me put it that way. So, because yeah, I mean, usually if it's, you know, if someone has you know, a hearing loss that would, you know, require the output that these have, it's like getting ready to get to the next chapter in that book. You know, just anxious to find out what happens. So anyway, all right. So
I was kind of interested in the ones that don't show.
okay.
Then I'll do something. And then my mother had the ones that you could see, and I didn't want them. That's why I went with these.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and we'll talk about these more later, but just, you know, put your mind at ease. Yeah, you can get to, you know, that's the smallest of them all. But,
That's what you're talking about.
yeah, that, or, you know, this one's similar, but a little easier to handle. And, same thing, has a little, it uses a wire, but the wire is actually just a handle to pull it out. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So,
Blue, red, yeah.
So blue for the left ear.
Red for right ear, blue for
Red for
left.
right, blue for left.
Okay.
Yep. So now this one's black, but the reason this is black is because now this one's, that's designed to sit in a lot deeper. This one sits about here. This one goes in about twice what you refer to it, and so the advertiser, they call that size and that style invisible in the canal because literally you can't see with the naked eye. You got to get out an otoscope and look in somebody's ear to find it.
I don't think that would be good
Yeah.
for you.
So it's harder to handle.
This one,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, this one's harder to handle. These are easy.
This one goes in
Yeah.
right inside your ear.
Yeah.
This one goes way
Way
into
down
your
in there.
canal.
Yeah, this
You
one
don't want to
goes way
be
down.
shoving that way down
Yeah.
into.
Yeah. But this one, you know, first like your friend, you know, this one's in my ear. There you go. Yeah.
Mhm.
You have to look for it and get really up close and personal to
Right,
find
right.
it. So anyway, but like I said, I'll be anxious to see what your hearing test results are like, and
And they
we'll take it
adjust
from there.
themselves.
And I think when you say it that way, you probably mean like automatic and adaptive, yeah, in terms of it
I think
applying.
I have to adjust.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it has three.
Okay.
It's three settings, you know.
Okay. Well, let's see here. My next page, I want to make a couple notes of that. So, now, are these your first set here?
Yeah.
Okay. And, let's see here. So there. All right.
Do you have any dummies that she can try and put in?
And that would be dumb. Sorry, I couldn't pass it up. You know what? Those dummies are dummies. They're made for my ear.
Oh, okay.
So custom, any of those are all made custom to my ear.
Right, my grandma wore too.
So literally to find some that might fit your ear okay, I would probably have to have, you know, from here to the wall, floor to ceiling, to find some that would be close, and yet, in my opinion, still wouldn't be close enough because it's not
Right, it has to
perfect
fit your ear.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, you really don't want something you have to shove. Is that your phone?
I thought it was yours. No, that's not my phone. Hello? Yeah? Okay, that sounds good. All right, I'm in the doctor's office now, okay? Bye-bye. Bye.
She had supper in the crock pot and you took it to your house?
No, I was going to leave it at her house, but I'm afraid to leave something unattended.
Yeah.
So I started it at my house.
Is it on?
All right, thanks. Okay, so, as I said, I'm anxious to find out what your hearing levels are. And a few other medical history questions, but first, I apologize. Most people, when they come in, you got the mailer, right? Sorry. You know,
Yeah,
you weren't referred
I've been
back,
getting
right?
it in the mail.
You weren't with hearing loss, they need the help. Of course, you know, we're here to get the right help, whether that might be, you know, if it's indicated, then of course we'll refer you out to, you know, for medical consult, for surgical considerations, et cetera. Or, in most people's cases, in terms of, you know, hearing devices. And obviously, I give all of my patients my best, which I intend to give to you. So today, we set the appointment so we could test your hearing. So
Right.
again, I really want to see what your hearing levels are like.
And I should leave them in all day?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Take them out at night, of course, to give your ears a break. But,
Right.
That's right. So, yeah, if we're sitting there with you, which, you know, of course, if it's at night and you're watching in your bedroom, we're not sitting there with you. But just the same, if we happen to be right there beside you, if we were able, with normal hearing, to be able to hear that at that volume, well, you should be able to as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So you know when we go over the results, what do they mean? But it's also my goal that if we find that, yeah, can help
Hello?
you, I want to get you the help that you need and, quite frankly, deserve. So, I'm going to definitely give you my best.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So, and I guess I should say I'm glad you're here because I definitely enjoy good challenge. I don't think...
She's just going right down the road, but... Or should we come back?
Well, let's see how we do today. So let's, you know what, since we want to, you know, get you guys moving,
Okay.
let's run through the medical list. But,
I was told that.
yeah, nothing excessive. I mean, it's pretty common. In fact, not to brag, but my scarring's way worse than yours. I had tubes in my ears, had a lot of ear infections
Oh,
as a kid.
my kids did too.
Yeah?
My grandchildren.
Have you ever had surgery in your ears?
No.
Good. And as far as you can tell, is one ear better than the other?
Yeah. What do you think? Maybe a little. Nothing that's
Minor.
not normal, yeah.
Good. And finally, then, have you or has anybody in your family ever been diagnosed with dementia or Alzheimer's?
My mother.
Mother.
That was just from old days.
All right, so. I'm going to give you a basic understanding when it comes to your hearing and the hearing test. I know you guys are, you know, have another appointment here coming up So let's I'll give you the summary on that. When we test your hearing, I'm going to test your hearing, and we always test it throughout the human speech range, all right? And we test from graph in half as a reference. It makes a lot more sense, all right? So when it comes to speech, we find about 80% of our perception of the volume coming from the mid to low frequency ranges. And we pronounce, incidentally, all the vowel sounds in that range as well. It does continue to improve, and we can help more people than ever. So we'll cross that bridge if we have to. Hopefully not, though. Now, the second part of the test is the speech test. All right? In that case, you'll be in the booth, but first you get the chance to choose the volume. We'll use my voice, and you choose what sounds most clear and comfortable naturally. And so it's W to W pronounced with a D, Wernicke's region of the brain. And so that's what we're testing with that. And then actually when you repeat the word, that's another region, and that's Broca's region of the brain. So in the auditory cortex, we don't process anything else except sound by our brains, right? Keep it active. Well, when it comes to somebody that has a hearing loss, the only way to keep it active, of course, to treat the hearing loss, in your case, as is true for a lot of people, is using hearing aids. So glad you didn't, put it off too long.
Yeah.
What we want when we do the speech test, one of the most losing the ability to recognize this, what we call those speech sounds, and of course we understand what that means as we talk about it. But instead of those sounds as they're, received in real time, as our brain's picking it up and processing it, instead of being recognized as that particular speech sound, that speech test, or at least as close as possible. But what it also tells us is what is your potential, right? So as long as we're able to give you all the sound you need, how well is your brain able to process speech? So that's an important question to know the answer to. So we'll go over all those results but any questions before we get to that? Okay. All right. So you ready to do the test now?
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Take my hearing aid out, of course.
Yes, please. Go ahead and set them there.
Now, see, you sound muffled.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Come on over. Need a hand? Oh, you got it. All right. Come on over to the booth.
In the booth.
Yes, ma'am.
Does money fall out?
I wish, right? What's your step? All right. Good. All right. So for the test, the first part's the beeping. That's your button. I want you to press the button, and I'll make sure you understand everything exactly what you're supposed to do. Yeah? Okay. All right. Now, I never forget a face. But I'm not great on names. What's your first name again?
Debbie.
Debbie. Aaron, you can call me anything you want, I'll still answer.
Okay.
You see the screen, right? So, yeah, if you want to scoot out, give you a little better view. Let me turn my microphone on so she doesn't think we're talking about it. All right, can you hear me? Can you hear my voice? All right. How's the volume? Would you like me to adjust it louder or softer? Sounds right. Press the button anytime you hear the beep, even if it sounds soft or faint. Yeah. And we'll know that you heard it because it lights up on the screen. So would you do me a favor, go ahead and hit your button over there. There, you can see that light up. Good. So that's how we know you heard it. So any beep at all, no matter how soft or faint, hit the button. Right ear's the better ear, as far as you can tell. Let's check your right ear first. Any questions? Okay. So keep up the good work. We're going to switch now to your left ear. Okay? All right. So, just while you're done, that's perfect. It's not, it should be above the white region. So obviously, that's a significant loss there. Okay, and can you hear me in your left up here. All right. So, how do I sound to you? How much of my screen? Because I want to keep my voice even for you. Does it sound clear and comfortable, or would you like it that you were watching TV? Now, of course, I know what you're going to say. Well, I would change the channel, right? But what about the volume? Does it seem like I'm coming through clearly, or would you want to adjust it louder or softer? Okay, it should be. I just wanted to give you a chance there if you wanted to. You can adjust it. Based on the test results, it should be clear. All right, and now can you hear me in your right ear? All right, so far? Yeah. And does it seem like it's coming through clearly, or would you want to turn it down? Okay, so that's softer there. Can you still understand me? Okay, so like this, not too loud, but still clear. Good. All right, that's what we want. Okay. Now the test itself is simple. Each word's just a one-syllable word, one word at a time. Each word's introduced by the same short phrase. Okay. Good. Close. Can you hear me? All right. So last but not least is we're going back to beeping again here. Now, this section usually doesn't take quite as long as the first one, but your job is the same. I want you to listen to it, even if it's softer thing, okay?
Oh, we're not using it?
Yep.
I don't need it.
Okay. I'll start right here. Okay. Great. Thanks.
I don't have to be down there till 3 now.
Okay. All right. Printed those results. See them? Done?
Sometimes I think I hear them in my head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. One out.
Put your glasses on so you can hear better now, huh? See, I said, huh, and I heard you. That's okay.
All right. You feel comfortable there?
I don't remember you having this extensive of a test at the
Be right
other
back.
place. What? Did you have this extensive of a test at the other place?
I had the same thing almost.
Did you? Because I don't remember. I had my appointment with, I have to be there at 2.
Oh, okay.
Good. Okay. So. Of course, we know.
Good.
Yeah. That volume and clarity. Okay, so interesting part is just knowing now that I know what your hearing levels are like. Actually, yeah. Do you want to put those back in? Do they help you? Might as well put them back in for now, right? I'm sure it's better with than without.
Okay.
Got it? Okay. Don't want to be rude and talk to you without understanding. So, now I want to show you what I found, but it's interesting. So my question to you, now that I do know, so let me at least say, of course you're not alone, but at least you're here now, right? So, let me show you what I mean. All right. So, remember I said that, that volume range here, right? Where do we perceive that? Are they saying something and all those vowel sounds? Now, in the shaded area now on the screen it was white, but right, so we do have a little notch there, as you see. So, moderate, maybe flirts with the severe range, but not quite. So in general, we say moderate, sloping hearing loss.
So her hearing loss is with softer sounds like that, those, that.
Exactly, and that's going to be the most challenging, but
That's what I saw you.
as you can
here.
see, let's see here. Yeah, there we go. So, get my blue highlighter back. AI, it says here, articulation index is what that stands for. Starting, you only got about 80% of the words right. Okay. And so, not 100, but I guess it could be worse, right? So, not 100, so there's some auditory deprivation of having already said it. The left ear then being a little bit better, you chose a little bit softer volume at 75. So again, part of the inner ear responsible for hearing, that organ is called the cochlea. In the diagrams there it shows that it's surrounded by bone tissue. So that's it right here, spiral-shaped organ there. And the cutaway, but normally the bone tissue surrounds. So when I put that, it's called a bone oscillator, it's a vibrator that it sends the sound vibrations directly through the mastoid process of the skull. So underneath there is where the inner ear is located, the cochlea. So basically we're bypassing that outer, middle, and then going right to the inner ear in that way. So we're comparing the two results. And we want to see, is there any significant difference? Now that's the test that actually tells us if there might be some room for correction in whole or in part through surgical correction, or none of those. All those results were very comparable, if not identical, to your initial test results. So we know that in your case, your hearing abilities from your inner ear alone are nearly identical to those from the outer, middle, and inner ear combined. And so we refer to that type of hearing loss as called sensorineural. So I must have just used my last one with my last patient sheet. Here we have some word lists. So let me grab those right up front. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Okay,
Okay.
good. I moved it back to 2 o'clock. I don't have to be there till 2.
Okay, what time?
We're good. It's only 10 after 1.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I should get them. I guess I should get them.
Oh, I need them, I know.
Yeah,
All right.
so I can just, you can finish your business while I run down and come back.
All right, that'd be right.
Yeah.
I'm reading some words too.
Okay.
Your voice is familiar.
Okay.
Here, you stay there. We're going to have you stay there. You can stay
Oh,
comfortable.
stay here?
She's going to come with me.
Take the hearing aids out.
No, leave them in.
Leave them in?
Yeah. So, based on, how you're hearing now, let's see what happens. All right, and we got a pen here, right? Okay, so what I would like you to do, if you don't mind, maybe you didn't hear the words, but you did. In the booth, there was always
I saw them.
you saw them, but the preceding little phrase always says, say the word. So that helps get so her brain's ready for that.
Okay.
So
You want me to
if you
say
say
it
that
that way?
phrase, say the word, and if it was boy, it would be say the word boy, right?
Okay.
Now, the test here, of course, is not to test how well you can read lips or guess as to what the word is. So there's not any context, just like when you're in the booth. And of course, muffle it, but just like this, so she can't see you.
Should I have them on high?
Put them wherever you normally put them. So, all right. So we're going to do one at a time, and so let's start off with that first one here. Ready?
Say the word else. Else, I couldn't hear the K. Say the word pew. Pew. That's because it's silent. That's why I couldn't hear the K.
Well, you missed the S is what you missed. Yeah.
Say the word fin. Fin. Say the word
Hold on a second. You said what?
fin.
Thin with an S. And again, I want to see how you respond. So everybody is different. We're all unique, right? We have our own unique taste, preferences, etc. When it comes to how we understand and process speech, that's also unique. I'm just going to turn these on, but I'm going to set them in front of you. And would you mind taking this, your hearing aid out for me?
Take yours out.
Go ahead and take those out for me. Good. All right. So
Oh.
now we're going to use these are my demos. Like I showed you, we have the custom, but of course today, just for sound demonstration purposes, we need to. Now, I'm going to get these set up for you. Check those. See that they're on.
Is the table blocking it?
That should pull them up still.
This is just to show you how much better you can hear, Mommy.
Yeah.
Not necessarily with this type of hearing aid.
Right.
Right. Yeah, he knows I don't want this.
Right. Sometimes it's noisy at work, so maybe with the hearing aids in, we should do the noise.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. A little bit too loose, so.
Why is that one flat and that one's kind of sharp?
Because when I pulled it out of my
Yeah.
ear,
Flipped inside
okay.
out, yeah.
That one fits tighter, I guess.
Not yet. They're muted. Okay, and I just turned them on. So, can you hear me?
Yeah?
Good. All right. Now, here's the different sound
But
to
look
you.
in your face, you look like, wow.
Well, it's louder.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Now, I know it's going to be a lot different, and like you said, a lot louder than what you've been used to. But I also have you at an experienced hearing aid wearer, experienced user level. So sometimes we have to start you off a little softer, but just wanted to find out from you. There you go. Good. How's your own voice? How do you sound to yourself?
I can hear myself.
Maybe a
I
little.
hear myself louder.
Yeah. Little echo reverberation in your voice, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We always notice the biggest change in our own voice.
Yeah, because I was talking to someone who says you're talking too loud.
Well, that's because
Am
you
I
weren't
talking
hearing
loud?
yourself.
No,
Yeah,
you're not.
Not anymore.
Well, it sounds like I'm.
And on how you feel about it, the question is, you know, because I need to help you through the process, and the process I'm referring to is moving you from, you know, what was natural. You know, of course, you were getting some of those high frequencies, not everything that you needed, but none of the low frequencies that you needed. And so, your frame of reference, right, not what you were supposed to be getting, but that's what you're used to. So now, we want to shift from there and move you forward to where you need to be, so truly normal levels. So natural to normal. I need to probably sound more comfortable now.
Yeah, it's very soft.
Yeah, soft with my voice, your voice though.
Maybe you should use her voice.
Oh, we will. We'll get to that. This might be a little too soft for you. So let's go back up. And I want you to know, because it's just a matter of getting used to it. So it will settle down very quickly. All right. Now you yourself, you might prefer just slightly softer than this, maybe not quite as soft as where we were a minute ago. But we'll find a good transition starting point.
Mhm.
Okay. Now we're here to do a speech test, so we're kind of anxious to see how you do. Right? And so we're going to turn these back up a little bit. We of course made like you had been full time. That's perfect. Then you'll be ready for the next step.
Shouldn't they start lower and then move up?
Exactly. Right. Exactly. But
So-
today we're you know, we backed him back down to where it was comfortable, but we want to do the test and we'll see how she responds
Right.
to it.
So her hearing aids were all the way up and not helping her as much as these are
Right.
at a lower level of loudness.
Well, when you say lower level, it's because we're not hearing that echo anymore, right?
Right, but what I'm saying is the hearing aids she has in now are set lower than those were set all the way high,
Well, yeah, I need to
as
turn
far
it.
as volume.
Well, I need to turn them down. See, to answer the question is a tough one because in a way, yes, and in a way, no.
Okay.
In a way, yes, because you know, her high frequencies, those were cranked up but she wasn't getting any worldly clearer, but it sounds louder. So it's just going to take a little bit of time to get used to the sound. Now right now, it's all the way up to that proposed, projected target setting based on your hearing test results. I'm sure it sounds a lot louder to you here.
Yeah.
But don't want to get you frustrated or overwhelmed. So, but I'm also anxious to see how much improvement we get. So let's see how you respond. All right?
Which side?
Well, you pick any of them.
Say the word hand, and say the word peach. Say the word could. Say the word hide. Say the word fat. Say the word oil.
Good job. So you only missed the one.
Say the word high.
You have to rewind the tape and go back and review the footage. Remember, we were going over the test results there. And in the booth, we did each year individually, and your scores were 70 and 80%. And I said, well, with both ears working together, we kind of expect to be closer to the 90% up. You got 90%? Good job. Good job. All right. Well, that's kind of exciting. Don't you think?
Yeah.
All right. Now, let's try one more thing real quick. Right. You're behind her or in the next room. What happens?
Can't hear.
Can't hear, right?
When you're behind in the car, you can't hear.
Okay. Let's see how you do. All right, come with me. This is normally a lot more challenging. I want you to stay here.
Oh.
Okay? This way we're behind you. Okay. Let's start here and ask the first question. You ready?
What did you have for breakfast?
This is the hardest one. Ready?
Can you hear me clearly? Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Oh my
do me a
God.
favor. Stay there so she'll believe us.
Oh my gosh.
Now, I don't want you to run over your purse. I'm going to sit this over here in your daughter's chair. Now, I want you to take a look.
I'm all the way back here.
Oh my God.
You can hear me.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I thought she was right there.
I know.
That's fabulous.
How about that, huh?
That's something.
Wow.
Wow. That's awesome, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I'm going to actually run to the lady.
oh, yeah.
Okay,
Go ahead.
well,
Yep.
you're with her.
Well, now you know where to find us.
Right. Is it all right to use this one, dear?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. All right, so,
What a difference.
yeah. So let me ask you, this might be sort of a silly question, but it's not because it's you. So, how much of an impact do you think that would have on your life if you could hear and understand better, much better? Yeah. Bring you back into the normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It still sounds loud. Is
It
that
does.
normal?
Absolutely, yeah. Right now, because guess what? Remember, you're not ready for it yet. We have to ease you into it. So let me turn these down for you. What you've been used to, it sounds a lot louder. It's the difference that you're hearing. Now I just turn these down. How does that sound to you now? Sound a little bit better now?
Yeah, but
Better?
still, I don't know if that would be good.
Okay. Well, that's okay. Voice now.
A little bit softer.
Good. Different, but the question is, if you were, in terms of is it tolerable, if knowing that your voice will get better and better each day, over the course of the next, like if you were wearing these home today, over the course of the next, say, 3 to 5 days, your voice will settle down to being normal and good. And that answers the question. Now, to make it comfortable, just for the time being, that should sound more comfortable to you now for your voice. So, the next question, obviously, actually, you weren't here, so let me ask you.
Oh
Your
my
interaction.
God, tremendous, yeah.
Actually, some real two-way communication going on there, huh?
Absolutely, a major difference. I mean, for me being that far away and behind you, Mom, that was,
Right.
that was
Which is critical to understanding how they're responding in your ears acoustically. In your canal versus the average ear canal, you're probably getting a little different response, a little better response, it sounds like, than what we would expect. So that's why you're getting a little bit of that, reverb. You want the CICs, if you can go with those, the red and the blue ones, right?
Yeah.
So, actually, as I was doing your test, and I was looking at your test results, I was looking at it and thinking, you know what, this is good, because if your hearing was completely normal in these low frequencies, it would be a lot more challenging. The fact
Those little black, how far in the two different hearing aids would go into her ear?
Oh, okay, like the
As
little
opposed to the black.
dummies?
Yeah.
Yeah, the black one would go all the way up, close
See?
to almost touch
your
your
eardrum, mommy.
And the red and the blue one, right there. So it starts
Yeah,
here at the
that's good,
entrance,
yeah.
goes to here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can hear you calling me now. I think my hearing aid is stuck in my ear or something. I don't think.
We don't want that.
No, I don't want that.
No, I don't think that'd be so much of an issue, but you know what concerns me more than that is more commonly having too much of a hard time getting it in your ear. So with the red and the blue one that you said you preferred,
Right.
that'll be easier.
Do you want to try a test with those with noise, Mom? Because at work sometimes there's noise to see how you can hear.
Yeah, how does that work?
Okay.
Because the kids are behind me,
Yeah.
a couple hundred.
Let's
and
tell you
all
what,
kinds
we're
of-
a little bit informal. Let me see here. Pull up. I do a sound clip here, so we can simulate some background noise. And just cut the speech down. And we'll bring up the noise. There we go. Alright, so I get all that background noise here, right? And then it's just gonna be like kind of a restaurant in there. But we're sitting here at the restaurant.
What do you want to order, Mom?
I don't know, I'm hungry for anything.
And don't ask me, because then I'll get really hungry.
Yeah, you want to get spaghetti? You want to get spaghetti?
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. Now remember, now this is a softer level, so of course the clear.
That is a big difference, isn't it?
Good. All right, so.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah,
Mom.
me too. Now with each, no matter which, the question that we discuss here is about the technology level. So but no matter what you
I can
select.
leave her here, honey, to do the purchase. I just wanted to be here for her
Oh,
test.
this will be actually pretty easy. We're almost done.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, you said you got your thing moved, so it's 135. You guys okay?
Yeah,
Right.
I'm fine.
Good. Now, whatever instrument you select, we'll talk about the technology level, talk about the style. It's nice to know that when you purchase your hearing aids from Hearing Unlimited, we want to make sure you wear a licensed medical doctor on staff just in case, because of all that pressure. if
Right.
there's a rupture
That's
or
another
something.
reason I wouldn't want you to have that one that goes all the way in your ear.
Yeah. Now, on an annual basis, we're going to retest your hearing and your speech understanding just like we did today. But we're going to use that information